It was late, the sky turning blue to gray. Everyone had already walked away. We stayed behind like we always did. Two kids hiding from what life is. You were talking but I lost the sound. Too busy when you looked around, and caught my eyes for just too long. Like something was about to go wrong. Or maybe you're right, I couldn't tell. My heart was ringing like that bell that told us school was finally done, but we were just getting started. Yeah, the first kiss after school felt like breaking every rule. Like the world just disappeared, and it was only us right here. That first kiss after school made me feel invincible, like nothing else could ever come and undo what we'd become. Your hand was shaking just like mine. We both knew we crossed the line, but neither of us pulled away. We let the moment choose to stay. I remember how you breathed, like you didn't want to leave. Like if we stayed there long enough, time would never interrupt. We didn't say a single word, but everything inside me burned with something I had never known. A feeling I could call my own. That first kiss after school felt like breaking every rule. Like the world just disappeared, and it was only us right here. That first kiss after school made me feel invincible, like nothing else could ever come and undo what we'd become. We started walking home too slow, like we had nowhere else to go. Your fingers tangled up in mine, like we were freezing time. You laughed about how weird it felt. I tried to act like I was chill, but inside I couldn't breathe, 'cause I knew what this would be. Not just a moment passing by, not just another night. It's something that would stay with me for the rest of my life. The first kiss after school turned me into someone new. Like I finally understood what it meant to feel so good. That first kiss after school, now it's something beautiful that I replay inside my mind every single night. But nothing ever stays the same. We try to hold on to the flame, but slowly it began to fade in ways we couldn't explain. Less time, more space, less us, more distance in place, till we became what we once feared. Two strangers with a past so clear. And now I walk that road alone, where we used to walk back home. And every step just feels the same, but you're not there to say my name. That first kiss after school still feels so unforgettable, even though you're not around. I still feel it now. That first kiss after school, yeah, it was so beautiful. Even if it didn't last, it's the best thing from my past. Do you remember how it felt? Or did it fade like everything else? Was it just a passing phase, or something you still replay? 'Cause I still see it clear as day. Every move, every frame, like you never really left, like you're stuck inside my chest. That first kiss after school felt like breaking every rule, like the world just disappeared, and it was only us right here. That first kiss after school made me feel invincible, like nothing else could ever come and undo what we'd become. If I could live one day again, I'd go right back to then, not to change a single thing, just to feel that again. That first kiss after school, yeah, I still feel it. It started with a simple look across a crowded room. You smiled like you already knew I'd be walking over soon. We talked about the smallest things, like they meant the world somehow. Didn't know that years from then I'd still remember now. You said you liked the way I laughed. I said I liked your eyes. We built something out of nothing, didn't question why. We thought it would last forever, didn't think about the end. Just two hearts learning how to love before we learned to pretend. We thought it would last forever, like nothing could break us apart. But forever's just a word we said before we knew the heart. We started staying up too late, talking about our lives, making plans we couldn't keep but felt so right at the time. You told me all your hidden fears, I told you all of mine. We promised we would never leave, we crossed that fragile line, and for a while it felt so real, like we had something rare, like we found a place in time where nothing could compare. We thought it would last forever, didn't think about the end. Just two hearts learning how to love before we learned to pretend. We thought it would last forever, like nothing could break us apart. But forever's just a word we said before we knew the heart. Then slowly things began to change, not all at once, just small. Less messages, less late night talks, less everything we'd call. You started drifting out of reach, I didn't know what to say. I held on tighter every time you pulled a little away. We never had a final fight, no moment we could blame, just distance growing in between and slowly killing what we made. forever slipped away through the cracks of growing up, through things we couldn't say. We thought it would last forever. Now I'm here alone tonight, trying to find a piece of us in memories I can't rewrite. I still hear you in my head, in every word you said. Your voice got stuck in time, echoing through mine. I still see you in the dark, in every empty spot, like you left a part of you burning in my heart. Do you ever feel it too? Or did I fade for you? Was I just a phase you passed while I thought we left? We thought it would last forever, didn't think about the end. Just two hearts learning how to love before we learned to pretend. We thought it would last forever, like nothing could break us apart. But forever's just a word we said before we knew the heart. If I could go back again, I wouldn't change a thing, even if I knew the pain that loving you would bring. 'Cause for a moment it was real, and maybe that's enough. Even if it didn't last, it still was love. We thought it would last forever. Now forever's just a lie, a word we used when we were young, before we said goodbye. Before we knew the heart. We thought it would last forever, like nothing could break us apart. But forever's just a word we said before we knew the heart. It started with a simple look. It started with a simple look. It started with a simple look across a crowded room. You smiled like you already knew I'd be walking over soon. We talked about the smallest things, like they meant the world somehow. Didn't know that years from then I'd still remember now. You said you liked the way I laughed. I said I liked your eyes. We built something out of nothing, didn't question why. We thought it would last forever, didn't think about the end. Just two hearts learning how to love before we learned to pretend. We thought it would last forever, like nothing could break us apart. But forever's just a word we said before we knew the heart. Started staying too late, talking about our lives. It started like any other day, same hallway, same old face. You were leaning by the window light, tracing shapes in the sky. I walked up like I always did, said something dumb, you laughed a bit. And for a moment nothing changed, just another ordinary day. We didn't know it was the last, didn't know it'd go so fast. If I had seen it coming then, I'd never let it end. We didn't know it was goodbye, hidden in a normal night. Just two kids passing time, not knowing it was the last time. We sat outside after school, sharing silence, breaking rules. You said, I wish this never ends. I said, it won't, just trust me then. We made plans we couldn't keep, dreams too big, hearts too deep. Everything felt safe and real, like nothing could break what we feel. But time was moving under us, quietly, without a fuss. Shifting paths we couldn't see, turning you away from me. We didn't know it was the last, didn't know it'd go so fast. If I had seen it coming then, I'd never let it end. We didn't know it was goodbye, hidden in a normal night. Just two kids passing time, not knowing it was the last time. I remember how you looked that last day by the books. You seemed distant, far away, like something changed. You couldn't say. I asked you if you were okay. You just smiled and turned away. Said, it's nothing, I'm just tired. But your eyes said something higher. We walked home like we always did, but something in the air just shifted, like the space between our hands was growing more than we could stand. Still I didn't say a word, didn't wanna make it hurt. Thought tomorrow we'd be fine, didn't know we were out of time. We didn't know it was the last, didn't know it'd go so fast. If I had seen it coming then, I'd never let it end. We didn't know it was goodbye, hidden in a normal night. Just two kids passing time, not knowing it was the last time. The next day you weren't there, empty seat, empty stare. I told myself you'd just be late, didn't think it was fate. Days went by, then weeks too. No more messages from you, no explanation, no sound, just your absence all around. I heard you moved away, different city, different place. No goodbye, no last call, like we never happened at all. And that's the part that broke me most, not losing you but losing us. Like a story left half told, turning warm into cold. We didn't know it was the last, didn't know it'd go so fast. If I had seen it coming then, I'd never let it end. We didn't know it was goodbye, hidden in a normal night. Just two kids passing time, not knowing it was the last time. Now I walk those halls alone, everything feels overgrown, with memories I can't erase, of your laugh, your face. Sometimes I sit in our old spot, try to feel what we once got, but time don't rewind that way. It just takes, it doesn't stay. I wonder if you think of me, if you feel it like I see, or if I'm just a chapter closed in a life that overflows. Still I keep you in my sound, in every beat. You're around like a ghost that never fades, living in the songs I make. We didn't know it was the last, but I still live in the past, in a moment frozen still that I probably always will. We didn't know it was goodbye, but I still ask myself why. Some endings don't make a won't ask where you've been. I'll just smile like before, like we're not strangers anymore. Like it's just another day, and nothing ever changed. You sat next to me on the first day. Didn't say much, just looked my way. Teacher talking, I lost the sound, 'cause everything changed when you sat down. You had that quiet kind of smile that made everything feel worthwhile. And I didn't know it then, but that's where it would begin. We started small, just passing notes, laughing at things nobody wrote. Late replies turning into calls, till I didn't feel alone at all. You sat next to me, and that was everything. Didn't know love could be such a simple thing. You sat next to me, now it's just a memory, but I still feel you here, even when you're not near. We stay late after everyone left, talking about life, no second guess. You said you were scared to go, I said I never let you go. Funny how time proves you wrong, turns forever into a song that you only hear alone when everything is gone. We had plans that felt so real, like nothing could break what we feel. But life had other designs, pulled us out of those lines. You sat next to me, and that was everything. Didn't know love could be such a simple thing. You sat next to me, now it's just a memory, but I still feel you here, even when you're not near. I remember that rainy night, we ran home under broken lights. You held my hand like you were scared that one day I wouldn't be there. Maybe you knew before I did that growing up was split. Everything we tried to hold, everything we called our own, we didn't end with a fight. No screaming, no goodbye, just distance growing slow, till there was nothing left to show. And now I see in my dreams and places in between, where we're still who we were before everything blurred. You sat next to me, and that was everything. Didn't know love could be such a simple thing. You sat next to me, now it's just a memory, but I still feel you here, even when you're not near. I try to move on this way, I tried, met new faces, changed my life, but every time I felt something real, and it still didn't feel like what we Didn't know love could be such a simple thing. You sat next to me, now it's just a memory, but I still feel you here, even when you're not near. If I could sit there again, back where it all began, I wouldn't change a thing, not a word, not a string. I'd just stay in that seat where your world met me, where love didn't hurt and time didn't leave. You sat next to me, and I still believe somewhere deep in time you're still here with me. We sat in the back row, side by side. You draw on my arm just to pass the time. Teacher talking, but we didn't care. We were building something right there. You lean your head on my shoulder slow, like the whole world moved too fast, you know. And in that moment, nothing else was real, just the way your heartbeat felt. We sat in the back row where nobody knows how deep it would go, how hard it would fall. We sat in the back row, just letting it flow. No plans for tomorrow. We thought we had it all. I remember the smell of your perfume mixed with dust in that old classroom. Sunlight hitting your hair just right, like a scene burned into my mind. You'd laugh at things that weren't even jokes, and I'd pretend I didn't choke on the way you said my name, like it would never change. We were skipping classes just to talk, taking long, pointless walks, but every step meant something then, like it would never end. We sat in the back row where nobody knows how deep it would go, how hard it would fall. We sat in the back row, just letting it flow. No plans for tomorrow. We thought we had it all, and life started pulling us apart. Different paths, different starts. You had dreams that didn't fit mine, and I didn't know how to fight time. We said we try, we said we stay, but distance doesn't fade away. And slowly, day by day, you began to slip away. No big fight, no loud goodbye, just less of you, less of us, till silence filled the space where we used to be enough. We sat in the back row, now I sit alone. Same place, different soul, just staring at my phone. We sat in the back row, now it's just echoes of a love I still hold, but you let go. I still got the hoodie that you wore, even though it's yours, not mine anymore. Still got messages I don't erase, still got you I can't replace. And I know it sounds insane, but I replay it every day. Every word, every look, every chance we never took. Do you remember how we planned, running away just hand in hand? Said we'd leave it all behind. Now you're gone and I'm still trying. We sat in the back row where time moves slow, where love could grow without control. We sat in the back row, didn't even know that letting you go would hurt this low. Sometimes I wonder if you feel it too, if something pulls you like it pulls me to you, or if I'm just stuck in yesterday while you already found your way. I try to love, I try to heal, but nothing ever felt as real. It's like I'm frozen in that place, still seeing your face, and I hate that I can't move on. That I still write you in my songs. That every beat I ever make still carries your shape. We sat in the back row, we were so close. Now I'm just a ghost of who I was. We sat in the back row, and I still know if you came back home, I'd still choose us. Yeah, I still choose us. Even after all, even after all, even after loss. We sat in the back row, and I never left. Not in my head, not in my chest. Still there, still us, still stuck in love. It was after class, the sky turning gold. You were tracing lines on your phone. I pretended not to look your way, but you always knew. We had that silence that spoke too loud, like we didn't need words at all. Just a glance, just a breath, and everything would fall into place. We were standing on the edge of time, didn't even realize that the moment we were living in would be the one we missed the most. If we never said goodbye, would you still be mine tonight? Will we still be chasing dreams under those same streetlights? If we never walked away, if we found a way to stay, would our story still be alive? Or just fade anyway? Wait, 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 wait. We had plans drawn in the air, no directions, just somewhere. You said as long as you're there, but life don't play that fair. I remember that last day, you couldn't even look my way, like goodbye was too heavy, so we just let it stay. Unspoken, unfinished, unclear, like love dissolving into fear. And I've been stuck inside that frame ever since you disappeared. If we never said goodbye, would you still be mine tonight? Will we still be chasing dreams under those same streetlights? If we never walked away, if we found a way to stay, would our story still be alive? Or just fade anyway? Wait, wait, wait. I still hear you laugh sometimes in the spaces between my lines, like you're hiding in the sound, but never fully coming down. And I wonder where you are, if you made it as far as the dreams you used to say would carry you away. Do you still play that song, the one we loved all along, or did you leave it behind? mine like you left me in time. I tried to build a life from scratch, but nothing ever seemed to match that feeling we had back then, when love didn't need a plan. We were fearless, we were free, we were everything we'd be before the world came crashing in and told us where to begin. We never said goodbye. Would you still be mine tonight? Will we still be chasing dreams under those same street lights? If we never walked away, if we found a way to stay, would our story still be alive, or just fade anyway? Sometimes I replay that scene, every detail in between, the way your eyes almost cried, but you held it all inside. Maybe we were too young to know what we had become. Maybe love needs more than heart. Maybe timing tears apart. Still I keep you in my songs, where you never did me wrong, where we never said goodbye, and you're still right by my side. We never said goodbye. We still be frozen in that light, two kids lost in a dream, thinking love was everything. If we never said goodbye, will we ever wonder why, or just live inside a lie that we never have to try? But we did, and we lost, and we paid what it cost. Now I walk these nights alone, with your memory as my home. And I know I should move on, but some feelings never gone. So if you ever hear this sound, somewhere far from this town, just know I never let you go, even if I never showed. If we never said goodbye, maybe we'd still be alive inside that moment in time, where your heart was next to mine. There's a street I don't walk anymore, not because I forgot, but because I remember too much. That corner where you used to wait, headphones on, pretending not to see me, till I got close enough. You'd smile like nothing else existed, like time slowed down just for us. And maybe it did. We were 17 again, every single afternoon, chasing something we didn't understand, but felt too real to lose. We were 17 again, living life inside a dream. Didn't know that growing up would tear us in. We were writing our names in the sky with no fear of falling down. Now I can't even say goodbye without feeling like I drowned. You said love was simple back then, no rules, no end, no plan, just two hearts learning how to beat in the rhythm of pretend. We were sitting on the bleachers late, talking about escape. You wanted oceans, I wanted roads, we never chose a place. And maybe that's where we broke, not in a fight, not in a word, but in the silence of different dreams that neither of us heard. We were 17 again, every single laughter, no, chasing something we didn't understand, but felt too real to lose. We were 17 again, living life inside a dream. Didn't know that growing up would tear us in between. I still got your hoodie in my drawer, faded scent, but I'm not sure if it's you or just my mind holding on to what's not mine. There's messages I never sent, words I wrote but never meant to keep inside this empty chest, where your memory still rests. And I tried, God knows I tried to move on, to feel alive, but every road just led me back to where we lost that track. We were 17 again, laughing under broken lights, making promises we couldn't keep, on borrowed time and nights. We were 17 again, dancing in the pouring rain, thinking we were infinite, not our temporary flames. And now I see you in a crowd, but you don't see me now. Different life, different sound, different world spinning around. Do you ever think of me when the night gets way too deep? Or did I fade like summer air, gone before you even cared? I don't blame you for the end. We were kids just playing pretend, didn't know how hard it hits when forever doesn't exist. Still I keep you in my tone in every song I write alone, like a ghost inside the sound that never really leaves the ground. We were 17 again, every single laughter, no, chasing something we didn't understand, but felt too real to lose. We were 17 again, living life inside a dream. Didn't know that growing up would tear us in between. If I could go back just one night, I'd stay longer by your side, tell you not to run away, tell you we'd be okay. But life don't give a second take, and hearts don't always break the same. So I learned to live with scars that still whisper who you are. Now every time I hear that song, the one we played all night long, I close my eyes and there you are. Not too close, not too far, just enough to feel again, like we're 17 again. We were 17 again. We were 17 again. Even if just in my mind, a love that time could never hold, but never left behind. The last bell rang, but I stayed behind, watching us dance in the fading light. You were laughing in the courtyard glow. Didn't know that was the last I'd know. We were sitting on the classroom floor, talking about what life had in store. You said we'll make it, you'll see, but forever slipped too easily. We were kids with hearts too wide, dreaming big with nowhere to hide. Every look felt like a spark, lighting fires in the dark. After the last bell, we thought time would tell, that we'd find our way back somehow. But we're strangers now. After the last bell, we fell under a spell that we couldn't hold on to somehow. Yeah, we're strangers now. Your name still echoes in my mind, like chalk that never washed with time. I see your face in empty seats, in broken rhythms and no beats. We wrote our future in cheap ink, never stopped to really think that pages turn without a sound, and love can get lost, not found. You said you'd never let me go, said it like you really know, but life got louder than our plans, pulled your heart from my hands. After the last bell, we thought time would tell, that we'd find our way back somehow. But we're strangers now. After the last spell, we fell under a spell that we couldn't hold on to somehow. Yeah, we're strangers now. Do you remember that rainy day? We skipped class, just ran away, sharing dreams under that sky, swearing we'd never say goodbye. Now you're just a name I scroll past, a ghost inside my past, a memory I can't replace, a love I couldn't chase. I tried to fill the space you left, but nothing ever felt as fresh. It's like my heart got stuck back then at 17 again. After the last bell, we thought time would tell, that we'd find our way back somehow. But we're strangers now. After the last spell, we fell under a spell that we couldn't hold on to somehow. Yeah, we're strangers now. If I saw you on the street tonight, would we talk or pass by? Would your eyes still recognize the boy behind these tired eyes? Or are we just two different souls who played the growing up toll? Two stories that once aligned, now just fragments left behind. Still I keep you in my sound, in every beat you're around, like the echo never dies, just fades into the sky. After the last bell, we thought time would tell, that we'd find our way back somehow. But we're strangers now. After the last spell, we fell under a spell that we couldn't hold on to somehow. Yeah, we're strangers now. I don't hate you, I just miss everything we almost did, all the roads we didn't take, all the love we couldn't make. So I write you in the song, where you'll always belong, in a place where time stands still, and maybe always will. still remember the way the bell would ring, echoes bouncing down those quiet halls. You'd be leaning by the lockers, smiling soft, like you already knew I'd walk your way. Back when time was slow, or maybe we were, didn't think about the end of anything. We were writing notes instead of goodbyes, passing dreams between the lines. We were young, didn't know what love could cost, didn't know how fast a moment gets lost. You said forever like it meant something real, and I believed every word you would feel. Now walk these streets alone at night, same songs playing, same city lights, but nothing hits the way you did back then, when love was simple, innocent. In the hallways of earth, we were more than enough. No regrets, no fear, just you right here. In the hallways of earth, time was never in a rush. Wish I knew how to stay in those yesterdays. You used to draw hearts on my old notebook, say my name like it meant something more. We would laugh about the smallest things, now I can't remember what we were laughing for. Graduation came like a silent thief, took your hand and pulled you out of reach. We said we'd call, we said we'd try, but distance doesn't care about goodbye. You found a life somewhere far from me, different dreams, different energy. I stayed here chasing what we had, but memories fade and it hurts so bad. I still see you in crowded places, in strangers' eyes and familiar faces, like my heart refuses to move on, even though you're long gone. In the hallways of us, we were more than enough. No regrets, no fear, just you right here. In the hallways of us, time was never in a rush. Wish I knew how to stay in those yesterdays. Sometimes I think if we met today, will we still feel the same way? Or were we just a moment in time, a perfect face, never meant to survive? I got your number still saved in my phone, never called but never let go. It's crazy how a teenage love can haunt you more than grown up stuff. I tried to love again, I really did, but no one feels like you once did. It's like I left a part of me in those halls at 17. In the hallways of us, we were more than enough. No regrets, no fear, just you right here. In the hallways of us, time was never in a rush. Wish I knew how to stay in those yesterdays. If I could go back just one night, I'd hold you longer, hold you tight, tell you not to walk away, tell you we could find a way. But life don't move in reverse, and love don't always work. So I keep you in these lines, in these songs, in these rhymes. Yeah, you're gone but not erased. You still live in every space where my heart once learned to trust, in the hallways of us. It was late, I remember the time. 2:17, couldn't clear my mind. Phone lit up in the dark, like a spark I didn't expect. Your name still stayed the same, but everything else had changed. We hadn't talked in days, felt like years in between. I stared at it for a while, didn't know if I should smile or prepare for what would come. When I opened up that line, your last message still says my name, like nothing ever changed, like we weren't falling apart, like you didn't break my heart. Your last message still says my name, but it don't feel the same. It's just words on a screen from someone I used to be. You said hey like we were fine, like we didn't cross that line, where silence took control and distance stole it all. You asked me how I've been, like we were still back then, like nothing ever broke, like we were still close. I typed and erased 1,000 times, couldn't find the right lines. How do you talk like nothing's wrong when everything's gone? Your last message still says my name, like nothing ever changed, like we weren't falling apart, like you didn't break my heart. Your last message still says my name, but it don't feel the same. It's just words on a screen from someone I used to be. I remember every late night call, every time you said don't fall, every promise we made that slowly started to fade. We didn't end in a fight, just lost each other in time. And now you're back like before, knocking on a closed door. Do you miss me or just the past? Do you want me or just what we had? Cause those are not the same, and I can't play that game. I tried to move ahead, but you're stuck inside my head. And this message pulled me back to everything we lacked. Your last message still says my name, like nothing ever changed, like we weren't falling apart, like you didn't break my heart. Your last message still says my name, but it don't feel the same. It's just words on a screen from someone I used to be. I almost said I miss you too, almost said I still love you, almost gave it one more try, almost let myself rewind, but I stopped before I press send. Cause I know how this ends, we just fall into the same beautiful kind of pain. So I closed the chat instead, left your words unread, even though I saw them clear, even though I still still says my name, but I won't play that game. Not again, not this time. Even if it crosses my mind, your last message still says my name, but I'm not the same. I'm not the boy you knew. I'm not the one who lose. Still, I saved it just in case I miss your face. I lose my way. I need that pain, 'cause even if it hurts to see, it still reminds me that once upon a time you were mine. Your last message still says my name, and maybe that won't change, even if we never speak, even if it's just me. I was walking down the street I knew too well. Same old lights, same quiet spell. Didn't think that anything would change. Just another night, just another frame. Then I saw you from across the road. Time froze in a way I didn't know. You looked the same but different too, like someone I knew but never knew. You turned around, our eyes aligned, and for a second we were back in time. No years, no distance, no goodbye, just you and me under that sky. I saw you again, but it wasn't us. Same faces, same eyes, but something was lost. I saw you again, and it hurt too much, 'cause we used to be everything. Now we're barely enough. You walked closer, slow and unsure, like we both knew this wasn't pure. Not the same as it used to be, not the same energy. You said my name like back then, but it didn't land the same again. There was something missing in your tone, like a place that used to feel like home. We talked about where life had gone, what we did right, what went wrong. You said you moved, you found your way. I nodded like I felt okay. I saw you again, but it wasn't us. Same voices, same touch, but nothing like before. I saw you again, and I felt the rush of everything we used to be that we can't be anymore. I noticed the way you looked at me, like you were trying to see if I was still the same boy or just a memory. And I guess I was doing it too, looking for traces of you and the way you smiled, the way you stood, trying to feel what once was good. We laughed about the past a bit, but it didn't really fit, like trying on a broken frame that doesn't hold the same. There was a silence in between, heavy, loud, unseen, full of things we didn't say but both felt anyway. I saw you again, but it wasn't us. Just two strangers with history, trying to reconnect the dots. I saw you again, and it hurt too much to realize that what we had is something we can't touch. guess we never learned how. I saw you again, but it wasn't us. It was echoes of a love that time turned into dust. I saw you again, and I understood that missing someone doesn't mean you still should. Now walk that same old street, but it don't hit the same in me, 'cause I finally let it go, even if it hurt me slow. And yeah, I'll always care, and yeah, you'll always be there, somewhere deep inside my past, where we thought we'd always last. I saw you again, and now I know some loves don't come back, they just teach you to let go.